Hello. Welcome to my first sit down vlog, my talking head first video. I hope this goes okay. I'm a little nervous about this, but based on the title, we are here to talk about my first Disney cruise. I am very excited about this cruise. If you've watched any of my previous vlogs, you will know that I'm going on this cruise. I can't stop talking about it. I'm very excited about it. We booked this cruise a couple of months ago, and ever since then, I've been prepping for this trip, doing different projects or just thinking about outfits and fine-tuning my outfits, and more to come on that. We'll be doing an outfit planning video, and then I've also got a craft with me video for some cruise crafts. But I do have a bunch of notes here that I want to go over with you and tell you a little bit about our trip. So let's get into it. We will be going on the Disney Wish, leaving out of Port Canaveral, and it's a 4-night, 5-day cruise with a day at sea, Nassau, Bahamas, and Castaway Cay. The way that this came about, rolling it back a little bit, this will be my second cruise that I've ever been on. And the first one I went on, I think it was a Royal Caribbean, I can't remember. This trip in general is just really foggy. I have a terrible memory, but we went to Jamaica where we did a tubing excursion, and then Grand Cayman where we did a turtle sanctuary visit. I had a good time. I really enjoyed it, but cruising was not something that I was really jazzed about. I was at a phase in my life where I really wanted to travel and be immersed in culture, and cruising just gave you a taste of somewhere where I wanted to really visit and stay like a week or 2 weeks in a place. And so cruising, while fun, it was not the type of vacation that I was looking for. And now that I'm in a different phase of life, a slower pace of life, cruising seems way more my speed, which I'm really excited about. And I'm going with my friend Perla. If you watched my previous vlog, I did a pack with me. I meant to do a filming of this day, but I got too nervous, and it was one day. But we did, for our birthday, we went to Disney, and it was her first time at Disney World, and we did 3 parks in one day. We literally were in Florida for 36 hours, spent 24 hours, or not 24 hours, spent one day in Disney and had a great time. And she got the Disney itch, and as soon as we left, she was like, let's do a Disney cruise. And I sent her a couple of videos of Adam Hattan. If you don't know Adam Hattan, he does amazing Disney vlogs, and has a few with his friend Gary C and a couple of other YouTubers going on cruises, namely the Wish is the one that I love the most, but he really sold me on the Wish, which is why we're going on the Wish. From that point on, we kept an eye on the Disney Cruise website. We didn't have any specific dates in mind. What we were concerned about was budget. We knew that we wanted a veranda room, and so we were focused on the guaranteed veranda rates. If you're not familiar with that, you have the ability to select guaranteed rates, which is a discounted room rate where you don't get to select your actual specific room, but you do get that specific room type. So we know that we'll be getting a veranda room, but we don't get to select what room or where in the ship will be placed. So it is a luck of the draw that you get the space on the ship that you want. So we'll see. Not too picky about it. Hopefully it's a good spot. I'm sure they're all good spots. You're on a ship. You're on the Disney Wish. That's all we can ask for, right? We were a little strategic about the time of year that we wanted to go. We are going in August because it is after school starts in Florida, thinking that it may be a little less busy because everybody is back in school. I know that people take their kids out of school all the time for Disney. Disney is always busy, but maybe it'll be a little less busy, or maybe a little bit of an older crowd because kids will be back in school. At the time that we booked this cruise, we were very fixated on going when it was hot. I know that Florida can be very hot. I grew up in Florida, on the Gulf Coast of Florida. I know what Florida heat looks like and feels like, and we knew that we wanted to be hot in Florida. So August was an okay time for us to go on this cruise. So we saw the dates in August, in our budget, guaranteed rate, and we booked it. This was about 2.5 months ago that we booked this cruise. I can look it up, but yeah, I think it was 2.5 months ago. So again, we're doing 4 days, 5 nights. Our first day is going to be a day at sea. Then the Nassau, Bahamas, where we're not getting off the ship. We're going to treat it as another day at sea. And then Castaway Cay, where we will be getting off the ship. Like I mentioned, we did book the guaranteed veranda, and this was important to us because we have this idea of sitting on the veranda in robes, drinking our coffee and mimosas in the morning, or enjoying it during the middle of the day. Sorry, my cuckoo clock is going off. It is 11 a.m. Enjoying it in the middle of the day or at the end of the evening after dinner and as we wind down for the night. Also, again, I grew up in Florida on the water. Being on the water is something I love and really enjoy. And booking that veranda, getting that sea air, being able to go outside at any time was crucial for this. It was a non-negotiable for our trip. While we can't select our rooms, what we do know and what we were able to select was second seating for dinner. We selected second seating because we wanted to do shows first. I was really worried about feeling anxious of getting through dinner to be able to get a good enough seat for the show. I heard that some of the dinners can go really long, like namely Arendelle can take about 2 hours sometimes to get through. And I knew that that would stress me out, worrying about getting a good enough seat for the show. So this way we have the ability to grab a cocktail, get a good seat for the show, and then go to dinner, and then maybe end the evening at the Rainforest Room. This allows us to go at our own pace, not feel that stress or get anxious about getting through dinner in time. In addition to selecting dining time, you do have the ability in the app to state any dietary or allergy restrictions. I'll post a little video here. I'm a vegetarian, so I went in and selected vegetarian and vegan or plant-based options for my meal. So even before I get on the ship, they know what dietary restrictions that I have, which is wonderful. I think that's really clever of Disney to do. That's everything about the ship, about why we booked the Wish. Now getting into our itinerary. We will be leaving here on Sunday. Our cruise takes off on Monday. We're leaving the day before. That's the recommendation, is get there the day before so there's not any chance of you getting a delayed flight and missing the cruise, because the ship will not wait for you. Our flight leaves here at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning and we land at 9:47, I believe. Once we land, we will grab our luggage and hightail it over to the Riviera, dropping our luggage off at Bell Services. It booked us a character breakfast at Topolino's Terrace. Once we're done with breakfast, we'll grab our luggage, get on the Skyliner, head to Pop Century. Ideally, our room will be ready and we will check in, drop our luggage off or refresh a little bit and head out for the afternoon. We have a couple of different options that we will play around with and see how we feel. The first being taking advantage of the ability to go to a water park. If you're not familiar, once you check into a Disney hotel on that first day, you get to go to a water park for free. If we're feeling up to it, if the weather is nice, we'll head to the water park, or we will go to Trader Sam's for a cocktail, or we will do some resort hopping. Either way, whatever option we choose, we will be ending at Disney Springs for dinner and some shopping. The next day is embarkation day, but I have this wild plan. I don't think it'll happen, but maybe it will. I'm crossing my fingers and my toes that this will happen. With embarkation day, generally, you put your luggage out at 7 a.m. or they come and pick up your luggage at 7 a.m. from your hotel room to get it onto the bus. We're taking Disney transportation. You have the ability to book Disney transportation from your hotel to Port Canaveral. It's an additional cost. I believe it was $45 per person. We thought this was the easiest option, most stress-free, so we booked it. The way that works is the morning of, the night before, they slip a paper underneath your door telling you what time they'll pick up your luggage and what time the bus will leave and to be in the lobby. Generally, that means they'll pick up your luggage around 7 a.m. from your hotel room. You meet in the lobby around 9 a.m. and you're on the bus at 9:30 to head to Port Canaveral, from what I understand. Sometimes that can be later. I'm hoping that our bus leaves later because I want to go to Hollywood Studios. Now hear me out. I love the breakfast Ronto wrap. I am a vegetarian, so I get it without the sausage. I love the egg and cheese and the sauce that they put on the Ronto wrap. If I can get to Hollywood Studios before 8:30 a.m. when the park opens, hightail it to a breakfast Ronto wrap, get back to the Skyliner and back to Pop Century before the bus leaves, that would be ideal. Again, I don't think that'll happen, but maybe. I do know, based on 2 trips ago, when we were going to miss breakfast ends at 10 a.m. and we were so close to missing it, I knew based on the map, on the app, it'll tell you how long it takes. If you do navigation, it'll tell you how long it takes to get to a certain point in the park. And I knew from the front of Hollywood Studios that it took about 12 minutes to get to the Ronto wrap. So I sped walk to there to get it just in time. And so I'm thinking to do the same thing again. We'll see. Probably won't happen, but maybe the stars will align and I can get a breakfast Ronto wrap. Maybe, hopefully, probably not. I don't want to risk missing the bus. We'll see. If that doesn't happen, we'll just have breakfast at Pop Century in their cafeteria area, their quick service. And then we'll get on the bus and head to Port Canaveral. We'll board the ship, and we don't have any plans that day other than decorating our door, enjoying that veranda, hitting up the rainforest room. We did book the rainforest room for the length of stay. If you're not familiar, there is a spa, the Census Spa, on the ship, and you can book what is called the rainforest room, which has a couple of different amenities. It has heated loungers, saunas, steam rooms, a deck area that has hot tubs and loungers and just a relaxing environment, and it is adults only. It was about $250-ish. Don't quote me on that, but it was a little over $200, which is a little pricey, but we do plan on using it every day. Hopefully we get our money's worth. We'll see. We'll find out. I'll let you know. You'll see in the vlogs because we do plan on vlogging this trip. So that first day should be pretty chill. The only other thing that I want to do that day is head to one of the jewelry stores. I think it's called Enchanted. It is where you can pick up a free charm around 4 or 5 o'clock every day. They give out a cruise related charm or like an ocean sea related charm. I want to get the cruise ship one. They do like seashells or the wheel, how you steer the ship wheel. So I want to get that and put on my Disney charm bracelet. But that's it for the first day. The second day is our day at sea, where you don't get off the ship. You spend the whole day on the water, and that's usually the busiest day on the ship. So we did book 2 things that day. We booked the Royal Gathering, and that's where you meet the princesses. The princesses do walk around the ship. You have the ability to meet them at any given time around the ship, but there is a scheduled time, and it's free of charge, where you can meet, I think it's 5 princesses at the same time. We did book the photo package, and we plan on doing autographs. I'm doing a book, and Perla is doing a tumbler, like a drinking tumbler. And so we wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to meet all of them, like a guaranteed opportunity to meet all of them and get those photos that we wanted to take. So we booked the Royal Gathering, and that happens 30 days out. On the app you can book that, and last night was 30 days, so I was on there booking that. Apparently it's very quick to go, so we were very lucky to actually book that. I'm really grateful for that. That's around 11:45, I believe, and then at 3:15 we are doing the gin mixology class, and then we don't have any other plans for that evening. We'll do dinner and a show, obviously. The next day is Nassau, Bahamas, and like I mentioned before, we are not getting off the boat. We are treating it as another day at sea. We don't have any plans this day. We are hoping to just relax all day long. We'll be using the rainforest room. We'll be walking around the ship, taking in all of the coffee shops and bars and doing the shopping and the Aqua Mouse and the pools and the shuffleboard. I play shuffleboard. If you haven't watched any of my other vlogs, I'm on a shuffleboard league here in Chicago. And playing shuffleboard on a cruise ship is just something that I've always been excited to do. I love leisure sports. I'm just really excited to play shuffleboard on the ship. We'll take it easy that day. No real big plans. The next day is our last day, which is Castaway Cay. Very excited about this day. Typically, from what I understand, this is Mickey Churro Waffle Day. I've had churro waffles at Crystal Palace. There's only 2 places you can get churro waffles. It's on Disney Cruises and at Crystal Palace. Very excited. I keep saying excited, but it's true. Excited to eat Mickey Churro waffles, and then we'll get off the ship, do the 5K. We plan on doing the 5K early in the morning to beat the heat, and then we'll hang out on the beach for the rest of the afternoon until we can't take the heat anymore. We will be renting each of us will be renting the inner tubes. If you're not familiar, on Castaway Cay, you have the ability to rent a couple of different things, whether that's scuba equipment like the mask and the snorkel and flippers. You can rent floaty mat situations, inner tubes, a couple of other things that you can do to enjoy the island a little bit more, but we just want to float in the water and put our feet in the sand and just really soak up the sunshine. So we'll be renting those inner tubes and floating around and drinking some pina coladas. It'll be great. And then we'll get back on the ship and probably enjoy the rainforest room, do some relaxation, go to the show, and then that evening we have dinner at Enchante. What? We are really going all out on this trip. Again, go big or go home. We have the veranda room, we have the rainforest room, and then we booked Enchante. Enchante is the fine dining restaurant on the ship. It is a multi-plate experience, and we plan on getting dressed to the nines, really leaning into this fine dining experience. That's our itinerary, or what we have planned thus far. We didn't want to plan too much because we just wanted to relax and really embrace being on the ship, and we didn't want to overbook ourselves to where we felt rushed or give ourselves anxiety about going from one thing to the next thing. So I feel like we've booked just enough to keep ourselves busy, but also left enough free time to take advantage of everything else that the ship has to offer and just go with the flow with whatever we're feeling in the moment. Things that I'm looking forward to on this experience, on the Disney Wish, are a couple of different things. First and foremost, decorations. Might be a little silly. I have a cruise craft video coming out of things that I've done to prep for decorating. One of the cool things about the newer cruise ships is that all of the walls are magnetic. So I have made a couple of different magnetic things to attach to our stateroom door and a little bit of decor inside the room. We did buy the extras that are room decor. You'll see that in the vlogs, but I wanted to level that up and bring some more decor. So decorating the door, also decorating myself, excited about the outfits. Not only excited about the outfits that I get to wear, but I'm excited about the character outfits. I know what they look like, but I'm excited to see them in person and take pictures with them. Goofy's Castaway Key outfit is the one I'm looking forward to the most. I just think it's adorable. Again, very much looking forward to enjoying that veranda. I cannot stress that enough. Being on the open water just brings a sense of calm that you can't get anywhere else, or I can't get anywhere else. So really looking forward to soaking that in, enjoying that, getting that sea breeze. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Other things that I'm looking forward to are the different dining experiences, just walking around the ship and embracing all of the details and looking at all of the art. There's just so much art on the ship. We're gonna do a little walk, grab a beverage, do a little walking tour, self-guided tour of all of the art. Speaking of art, enjoying the shows. I am a theater person. I love live performances, and I've heard nothing but positive things about the shows that Disney puts on the ships. Well, some of them maybe not as great as others, but still we will be watching all of the shows, and I cannot wait to see what the hype is all about. And then of course the Aquamouse. This is like the one unknown of the ship. I've watched so many vlogs. If there's a vlog about the Disney Wish, I've probably seen it. But the Aquamouse is the one thing that you can't bring cameras on. And so I have no idea what that experience actually looks like. I mean, I have like an idea because people talk about it, but I've never seen it. I'm really excited to experience that firsthand and just go down the water roller coaster on a cruise ship. Wild. So cool. Like I said, we'll be vlogging this, and I have a whole series planned out, so there's more to come. The next couple of Sundays, there's going to be a cruise craft video. There's going to be a outfit planning video, a pack with me video, and then we'll get into the actual cruise vlogs. Pearl and I have talked about this. I've not vlogged in public very much. I've not vlogged a Disney experience ever, but we want to capture these memories to look back on in the future, and we will be trying our darndest to vlog. So we'll see how those come out. Stay tuned for those. Thank you for watching this. I hope this came out okay. Just so excited. I wonder how many times I've said that in this video. But it's so true. I couldn't be happier that we're doing this trip. It's been something that I've considered for the last year or so, but something that really has taken on this whole new life since we booked it. I can't stop thinking about it, can't stop planning for it, can't stop working on crafts for it. And it's almost here. We're 30 days out. 30 days out. It's gonna be so great. Again, thank you for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, friends. Hey guys, I'm sitting here editing this vlog, and I just wanted to say something. I didn't post last week, and that was for a couple of different reasons. I didn't want to post something that seemed insincere or ignored what was going on, or feel out of touch with the world right now. I think that it's really important that we all do something to make a positive impact. And there's, I don't know, friends and family are being ripped from their communities. There's so much hate and lack of humanity, or lack of consideration for humanity all around us right now. And I don't want to ignore that. And I want to make sure that you know that you can be part of change, you can make an impact, and I encourage you to do that, or I want to remind you to do that. you can still get involved while protecting your mental health and your energy, and you can show up in different ways. That might look like protesting, calling your local representatives, getting involved with your local community, whether that's mutual aid or starting or joining a book club, something that just gets you involved in your community, whichever way that looks like. Shopping small and locally really makes a big difference. Things like donating to causes you care about, whatever that is, there's something that we can all do to really make an impact, from big to small. Like, it all matters. And there's so many paths to making a difference, and I think that it's really important for us to walk that path together. I just wanted to say something. I felt like I needed to say something. I don't know. I don't even know, again, if anyone will even see this. I also think that it's really important that we still find joy in everyday life. I think that gives us hope, or provides hopefulness and keeps us connected. Yeah, I just felt it was important to say something, and thank you for caring, and thank you for listening if you've made it this far. I don't mean to, I guess I do mean to like say something, right? But that's not what you're here for, right? But it's still an opportunity to start that conversation. Yeah, back to editing, back to a Disney vlog for you. Okay, bye.